Welcome, one and all, to the battlefield.
Big sword. Take up your weapons, gentlemen. What are you armed with today, Will?
Big sword.
I don't think it's a sword.
It's a sword. Pretend it is.
Whoa, that's a big sword.
Thanks, dude.
Sam?
Perfectly average sword.
Hey, everybody. I'm Caleb.
I'm Sam.
And I'm Will.
And we are
Working
Title! Battle stances, boys. Oh, gosh.
Secondary.
Secondary? Why do you have two
This is
weapons?
my primary. I started with my secondary.
He's a scout.
Right,
I'm a warrior.
What soldiers are we? What character class are we?
No, Will, wait. You can't do that yet.
Sorry, hold on.
We haven't started the battle yet. Successful end for Will. Okay, so Will's a dishonored samurai.
I am an archer with short range.
Yes, you are. And I am a battle-hardened veteran of war.
Nice.
And I'm Steve Harrington.
A baseball bat.
Beating the brakes off.
Beat the brakes off the Monstars.
Guys, we are here. It's another movie reaction, an unexpected surprise movie reaction. This is Berserk, the Golden Age Arc 1, the Egg of the King.
Egg.
Adam got invited to go to a concert this week, and so we decided to not waste any time and get on with something new. But Caleb
I'm here.
loves Berserk
I love it.
and has been wanting us to watch this forever, and I'm pretty sure Adam has already seen this, so nothing new for him. Me and Will's first time watching this.
Let's go, boys.
Let's go.
This is big. This is a big moment for me.
So guys, if you made it this far, make sure you leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy our content and want to see more movies in the future. If you want to see other movies or you want to recommend some of our stuff, you gotta be a Patreon and go recommend us some things when we have our voting season. When new shows show up, what you want to see, you can also just come and talk to us over there, get early access 1 or 2 weeks to some of our content, and go and support the show. We found this on Netflix, that's where we're going to be watching it from, and come back and watch your boys. We're going to punch it.
Bah!
I just feel like this looks like a horror film.
Yeah, I'm scared.
Oh.
Waiting for Falco's hand to be like,
Whoa, yeah.
He is a warrior. I'm so ready to see it.
warrior.
Oh yeah, baby. Chivalry 2.
This is literally chivalry. Everyone else is running, he's walking.
Oh, God. Oh,
Oh god.
Oh, nice. They got the tarps and everything to prevent fire. That's sick.
this ain't their first rodeo.
Oh
my God.
Get him. The siege towers. Let's go.
Hold them up.
How crazy would that be to be in that?
I mean,
Hell yeah.
insane. There he is. Get him on that fucking wall right now.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, right.
let's get into it. Let's get straight into it.
Oh! Oh my God.
His head is mine! Hey,
Damn, his head is mine.
Woo!
Damn.
That guy's
It's a big boy.
that guy's big as hell.
It's a big boy.
so, he's killed 30 men at once. I heard he fought a bear and won.
So, who wants to feel my legendary axe? Come on!
Where's Guts
Quit
at?
your dawdling. What are you cowards waiting for? Someone defeat him! No, you do it. Joking. You're not paying us enough for this.
You do it.
Yeah, same.
No response? Have your balls shrunk so high they're caught in your throat? Come on, then! Show no mercy! Gouge out their eyes! Pull out their innards!
Yes!
The hero emerges.
We want all the smoke.
Look at the sword. Oh my
so
god.
comically large.
It looks so short from behind.
That's literally as tall as him.
This is why I play as big sword character in Dark Souls.
10 pieces. What? That's what I want for this Iron Oath. We're mercenaries, not knights. At the end of the day, you can't eat glory.
Yeah, I don't think the sword's for stunting.
You'll regret this, boy. You'll be sorry when you lose your head for 7 pieces of silver.
Dead.
Yeah.
Rush down, rush down.
Oh my god. He's just beating him to a
I'm trying to stamina break it.
He's spamming the Y button.
Heavy attack, heavy attack.
Arms. Oh!
Whoa! Straight guts. Oh.
Really? Wow.
Oh, dude. It got caught halfway through.
He's wearing that much armor and still he ripped through it.
Ugh.
Oh, God.
No, wait. I yield to the better man. Please have mercy on me.
Oh!
Oh my god.
No mercy. He wants his coins.
Oh, that's so gross.
We call that a helm splitter.
Give this man his 7 coins.
Let's go!
Now let's go fucking kill them all. Fucking die! Yep, my favorite. Whip the blood off.
Broken! Charge!
Their spirit is broken. Oh, man.
That guy's really something. I wonder what mercenary band he's with.
Hey there, Griffith. I wonder which one of you is stronger.
Griffith.
Don't be an ass, Corcus. No one can match Griffith's strength.
That was me, bro.
Oh, the lady with the white hair.
Oh, it's a dude.
Oh,
What?
that's some JJK shit right there.
Is that the egg?
That looks pretty cursed.
Is that the egg?
That looks like a cursed object.
That is a cursed object for sure.
Sakuna's nose.
It had like eyes and mouth too. Damn.
And they're mercenaries, so they strip him of clothes and armor.
Will you reconsider serving me on a regular basis? Common mercenaries like us becoming a squire? Well, it's like a dream come true.
Dream. You can't eat dreams.
A very practical man.
You don't own me. No one cages me in.
Damn.
You can't eat rank.
They come and cut him down or what?
Maybe they want his money.
Oh, man. I can see the
This is
horse's
a bad
legs.
idea.
I can see the horse's legs going
Yeah.
Okay.
Quick draw.
Stomach wound.
Bro.
Now you've done it!
Now you done it. You started
I
this.
know, you pulled up
Yeah,
on
he
me.
was going home.
You pulled up on me.
Are you kidding me? He's strong.
Yeah, no shit, dude.
He's really good with the sword.
Corcus is shitting himself right about now. With good cause.
He's even better than we thought.
Yeah, I guess taking out Lazuso wasn't just a fluke.
What are we gonna do?
No one wanted to fight him.
Told you so.
Costa, go help him.
Why should I? This is all Corcus's fault.
Shinji.
No! You can take me! This was your idea!
Oh,
And he's on the charge now.
What's up?
oh man.
Everyone, get back!
Thanks!
Oh, that meant nothing.
He does not care about his arm arteries.
What's with the size of that sword?
So absurdly large. It's like a type.
Seemingly big sword.
Yeah.
Bastard!
Oh.
Dang. Oh my god. It's like straight brute forcing back. He's gonna have mercy?
Will you put up your sword? I see.
Probably the first person actually. Oh!
Too fast.
Wow. Well, see you in the next life.
I was gonna say probably the first person that gave him, like a, stopped him by his strength alone.
You got him with a single stroke.
Does he get a respawn? That is a sick helmet.
Pretty boy.
If that's a man, that's a gorgeous man.
Okay, this is the worst part of the movie, by the way. They do these really horrible FPS flashbacks.
Maybe I like FPS.
You're like 2 frames a second.
Yeah, man.
I mean, that's fair.
Nostalgia.
I guess. Not good. Very not good.
What the fuck?
Very not good.
Is he getting?
Yeah. Very not good.
Ew! What the hell?
Bruh.
Is this like Kid
Yeah.
Kid guts.
Guts?
I'll explain it after. I don't know why they chose to do it like this.
He kill him?
So that guy's basically his adopted dad.
That looks like the dude that.
There's a different dude.
Okay.
I'll explain the whole thing.
Oh, he is decapitated. Nice.
Wow.
Dude, what? All this trauma in the first like 3 minutes. Great. No. Even better. Same type of place.
Oh, hey.
I'm sorry. What?
Hey now.
Where's my big sword?
Where did
That's all
you
I
put
know.
the big sword?
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo!
What's going on here? Where am I? Why are you here?
Bro.
You bastard! Griffith should have left you to die out there!
What are we on about?
Why, you little bitch.
That was for my horse.
Well, thanks for reopening the wound.
Ugh.
Damn it.
Why was she butt naked?
Lousy bitch.
You lost so much blood you'd gone cold and were shivering. To warm you up, she lay with you for 2 whole days.
She what?
It was Griffith's orders.
I am the leader here, Griffith, and you are? I'm Guts.
Morning, Griffith.
Morning. Sir? Griffith.
Morning, sir.
Ah.
Nah.
Sir?
This guy.
I'm not really used to this. Who are you people? The Band of the Hawk. Have you ever heard of us?
No.
Yeah. They say the Hawks are the last mercenaries you'd want to run into during battle.
That's right. We're the Band of the Hawk.
We are the Band of the Hawk.
I don't know. I just met them.
I'm not a part of that.
No, not me.
Quite a view, isn't it?
Though I might take an
So
injury if
why?
it means I get to have somebody comforting me for 2 days.
Why didn't you stab me through the heart back there? It would have been easy for you.
Never mind. I take it back.
Since I first saw you, I knew I wanted you, Guts.
I'm sorry?
I find you fascinating. That's why I want you to join us.
Beautiful music.
What happens if I say no?
You'd refuse.
Of course I refuse! Don't talk like you know so much! Don't treat me like a friend after stabbing me! It pisses me off! We settle this with swords. If I win, I put a hole in your chest as big as this one.
And what happens if I win?
You can have whatever you want, my sword or my ass.
Let's go.
Why did Griffith smirk like that, bro?
Because he's game.
He's like, I know.
Hard.
I like this kind of man.
Betskis,
I
bro.
rather enjoy settling things by force. No matter what it takes, I will have what I want.
It's that superior attitude of yours that makes me
Jeez.
New wound.
He's gonna piece him up.
Fine, we could always suspend our duel, at least until you fully recover.
Alright, Torfin and that's going. Damn.
Whoa. Wow.
Style on him.
I enjoy the way you fight, my friend.
Damn, I kind of love Griffith.
But now you can't wield your sword unless I move. If you like, now would be a good time to submit.
You know you talk too much. It's my turn to tell you something. In battle, this is how you use your mouth.
Oh!
Dude, what a psycho. Foot's on nets.
Bong, bong, bong.
Didn't want to show you up in front of your own men, but you're going down.
Oh! Don't break it, don't break it, don't break it, don't do it, don't do it! Please don't. I can't handle that.
That hurt? Alas, my friend, I'm afraid this fight is over. Admit defeat, or I'll be forced to dislocate your shoulder.
Don't.
It's up to you.
Guts won't back down. Oh!
You bastard!
Oh, God, man. Yay! Woo! I'll take your ass now.
From now on, you belong to me.
I don't like that.
That's how
Damn
it
it.
goes. That's how it goes. Shouldn't have bet.
Never. Griffith has never said anything like that. Not to anyone.
Griffith is going through a new arc.
What arc is that? You little giggling.
Grabbing some ass.
Oh, God.
Now is that
The ass hunting arc.
Guts, I will need your assistance with something.
What is that?
I will have my own kingdom. And I shall decide where you will ultimately die, Guts.
Wow. 3 years later.
That helmet's so cool.
It's Ram's head, yeah.
The black and
you will take the king dead in the name of the Black Ram Iron Lance Heavy Cavalry.
It's a long name. Who could put that?
Black Rams Heavy Cavalry.
Heavy infantry.
He's gonna fight us all by himself.
Oh, yeah. I know who that is.
Let me solo them.
There he is.
You got bigger.
He's booked.
Wow.
Well, there goes their commander.
With just one swing!
Next. Me.
Oh!
Yeah. Yeah.
He's only one soldier. What's this? We're being flanked. Is that Band of the Hawk?
Yes, sir.
The Hawks, baby.
Griffith.
These hawks, are they so strong?
Yes,
Indeed.
they were well worth the hire, Your Majesty.
They're common mercenaries executing an ambush. You need not praise them so highly.
Why is this guy such a
Who
bitch?
leads these men?
Hating.
I believe he is called Griffith.
Griffith.
I love how everyone, the first time they hear his name, they're like, huh.
I have to repeat it because it's so
Griffith.
interesting. Griffith.
What the hell were you thinking?
About what?
Don't give me that.
Stonehenge.
You were
I was
about
supposed
to
to
say,
be a
fucking
decoy.
Stonehenge.
That was the plan. But you just had to go out there and charge them head on.
This is
Like you were some kind
lore.
of hero. Well, you know what? You may not be so lucky next time. And if you don't watch it, that ego of yours could put all of the hawks in serious danger.
That's
So
the
I would
point.
suggest that you remember your position next time.
I apologize. It won't happen again.
You are so insincere. You haven't changed a single bit in these last 3 years. You're just a mad dog!
You're wrong. I'm not like I used to be. I care about the hawks. I do.
That's enough. Calm down, you two.
Wow, he's going through quite a change.
I'll speak to Guts alone for a moment.
I love the extremely contrasting difference
You're
between
way too
Griffith's
soft.
color and Guts' color.
There's like an angelic glow, and everyone else is just kind of normal.
Guts is like devilish.
I apologize about the battle.
When you fight and how you fight is all for me. Because you're mine.
Are you making a pass at me? I still don't get it after all these years.
It's been 3 years.
It's been 3 years and you keep saying these things to me. Like,
So-
just outright say it at this point.
Do you want to hit or no?
Indeed I have.
When these times of war pass, men like them return to banditry. It's outrageous to bestow such an honor upon a plebeian. But we must take heed with the way we utilize them. Who knows what the consequences will be? But alas, without the band of the Hawk, I fear Tudor's forces would be knocking at our gates.
Judah's forces? Tudor. Oh, Tudor.
Possible.
They're serving Midland, and they're fighting the army of
Thought of
Tudor.
raising a commoner to the peerage. If nothing else, it is most irregular of His Majesty. There's more. I've heard the Band of the Hawk will take up the vanguard in the war effort. That honor is for Count Julius and his white dragon knights.
There he is, after they were all just gossiping about him.
Yeah, Julius, your knights are some trash, bro.
Whoa. That was
Slightly
awesome.
different looking war zone.
Why didn't you report to me sooner? You see, someone talked about checking out some treasure deep inside the castle, but then...
Yeah, it was real quiet until the screaming started. Then no one came back.
Fuck! You're my men! Let go of me, Gaston!
Boss fight.
At least ask Sir Griffith for some reinforcements.
Boss fight!
I was gonna say, when is this gonna get fantastic?
No one follows me.
He just gripped that dude by the face also and flung him aside. And that guy's voiced by Goku.
Nice.
That's the guy I was thinking of. There's 2 voice actors you'll recognize. That was one of them if you watch Dragon Ball.
Damn.
Yeah, this is where it becomes horror.
Damn.
Survival horror. Ugh.
Yuck. Oh, dude. Pool of blood. And the cold. Oh, no. Oh, that's supernatural, man.
Something lurks down here.
Some Witcher type shit.
This is what I've been waiting
Ew.
Oh, damn.
What? Oh. That was like the thing from his dreams or his past. It's the Hulk.
Oh.
What the hell? What is that?
Nosferatu.
Zod. Did you say Zod? You mean that legendary warrior?
Yeah, he's taken the heads of hundreds, sometimes thousands in battle.
Bro, look at this
That's
dude.
not the only reason that he's feared. According to accounts of his exploits, he's been around for over 200 years.
That was very impressive. You were able to withstand my attack successfully.
All right. So the swords themselves are evenly matched.
Oh shit. Oh no.
Sam was right. Boss fight time.
Oh! Oh!
Interesting.
Whoa.
You aimed to sunder my sword. This is the first time I have ever been so deeply cut from a blade wielded by a mere human.
Oh!
Oh, what is he becoming?
It's True Ogre. Ah.
I have soldiered on for 300 years
Oh my God.
to meet someone like you.
It's a big cat with horns.
That fur animation looks great. Wow.
Fight me.
That's crazy looking.
Disappoint me.
He entered phase 2.
My least favorite part of boss fights.
The second phase.
Giving up already. I suppose you've done admirably for a mere human.
Didn't even seem like he got impacted by that. Just got stuck in its fur.
Second volley!
Fire volley.
Fire!
Yeah, Griffith, get up in this. Oh, the teeth look so good.
No one interrupts our fight.
Oh my god.
Get out!
Whoa! Oh! Damn.
All to pull back.
Yeah, let's go in.
Run the
2v1.
ones.
2v1.
Yeah.
I trust in Griffith.
Can you move? He's got hooves.
It's a giant minotaur.
Then you take the left. Go.
Let's go.
Split. Hell yeah, baby.
Oh, nice.
Hell yeah.
Guts! We have to run!
Bro, why does this thing look so good, but the battles look like complete shit?
So weird.
Like, this is easily like the coolest fur animation I've seen.
I found
What the hell?
men who were able to wound me. What a shame. I'll have to destroy them both at once. Stop!
That looks great.
Yeah. I like him. I like him in 2D.
Yeah.
So good.
Some of the 2D shots have been awesome.
Take your last breath.
Cut his head off.
Ah, Sakuna! Oh.
This cannot be. The egg of the king. A man like this possesses the crimson bandage.
Crimson Bandage?
Behemoth.
What?
Behemoth.
So that's their ploy.
Bring the sun. Oh my gosh.
Love his wings.
So
I will
cool.
leave you with this bit of advice. Or rather, I will foretell your doom. If you believe this man to be a true friend, and if you regard him as a brother, then know this. When this man's ambition crumbles, is when you will face your death. A death you can never escape.
Damn.
He's out of here.
That is so cool, dude.
A demon?
That was awesome.
What the hell?
Are you alright?
Keep away! This is all your fault! You put Griffith in danger and almost got him killed!
He did it himself.
It's because of you!
It's because of you. How about that? I can do it right back to you.
That was really good.
I know, right?
That's how you win argument.
Elementary school style.
It was your fault. No, it was yours. Can't beat me there.
Uno reverse.
Got him.
Ooh, reverse.
Don't say ooh, please.
It will reverse them. We're in Spy Family country.
It's all your fault! You put Griffith in danger and almost got him killed! It's because of you!
Whoa. Spiritual pressure.
Pisses me off.
Area of
You're
effect.
certainly on edge.
Nosferatu's odd. A monster like that shouldn't exist.
At least not in this world.
Perhaps. But on the other hand, that's proof that there's something beyond human understanding.
Jesus Christ, dude. What the fuck?
Nosferatu.
Something akin to a god.
More like a devil, don't you think? Nosferatu Zod. He took off as soon as he recognized that thing. So what is it, anyway?
I got it from an old fortune teller when I was just a boy.
Oh, great.
She said, once you possess this, you are destined to rule the world. In exchange for your flesh and blood, that is.
Oh, that's not good.
Great.
Don't take things from strangers. Don't even.
Especially when they give you messages like
Rule the
that.
world,
Yeah.
No! What the heck?
You should be more careful with it. That thing is creepy.
That's weird as hell, bro.
Nice, huh?
It's so stupid.
It's so odd.
Damn it, Griffith, you aren't ever gonna change, are you?
I will never change. Not ever.
Well, that's not what the beast said.
I like that I believe their friendship, even though we
Tell
didn't
me
get to see
something.
anything within that 3-year time span.
If I'm just one of your soldiers, why would you risk your life for me?
No reason in particular. Am I obliged to give you a reason every time I put myself in harm's way for your sake?
Yes.
That'd be helpful, yeah.
Maybe at least once.
So I just keep continuing to say you're mine every time.
No. It's just...
Seems your recovery is going well.
Neil, dude. What the fuck?
Guts. Get down.
You!
I don't give a
Show
shit.
respect for your king. Kneel down.
I'm a free man. If Griffith tells me to, fine.
If Griffith does it, I do it too.
Formalities. Oh, why, that is my daughter Charlotte. She, by her own account, is frightened of haughty warriors and rarely leaves the palace. Charlotte, join me, please.
Eye contact. 3, 2, 1. Whoa, shit. Smooth with it.
Are you all right, my lady? Pardon me.
He's such a wonderful man.
Insolence, laying hands on the princess!
You better watch yourself.
Hey, old man!
Cut him down.
Won't you please pardon my ill manners, your lordship, General Julius?
That looks like a painting. If only Robert Baratheon had guts on his hunt with him.
As they say.
He would have helped conquer the Seven Kingdoms.
He
alone.
would have done it alone.
He could have killed the Night King on his own.
Without Valyrian steel.
Yeah.
Just
Just
big
pure
sword.
strength. Pure strength and
Massive
willpower.
weight. Riz time.
Tell me something, my lord. Why are most men so preoccupied by bloodshed? Hunting and war are both...
Were you speaking? I'm sorry.
That's that Riz. Let's go.
He said, no, this isn't time for deep conversation.
Hold it like this, then place it softly.
It just goes, oh.
Oh. I love this guy.
Sam's gonna try this now.
As soon as this movie's over, we're going and doing it. Find the closest leaf.
Julius.
Julio.
Not yet. We must exercise patience.
We're gonna assassinate him?
Part 1, boss.
The board!
Ah!
Robert, run!
Tuck and roll. Drop.
I don't think you want to drop off that.
I do.
Okay, well, he just jumped off of his.
Easy.
We're safe now.
Riz.
You injured yourself, my lady.
The Riz. All I had to do was play a stupid little leaf flute and
He got it. He's in.
he's in.
He's got the in with the lady. The lady.
Have you seen that? I've never been so fast in my life.
Over here!
Oh! Oh my god.
Got him.
Oh, that scared the crap out of me.
No one saw? No one saw? Come on.
Damn it! Hey, princess! What the hell just happened here? Where'd that arrow come from?
Zero riz.
You're hurting me! Griffith!
No composure whatsoever.
But how have you not been wounded?
I'm fine. Thanks to this, the arrow never pierced my flesh.
Hey.
It's the egg of the king.
It's like a miracle.
That's called fate right there.
The devil.
Dark fate.
Luck of the devil. Is he starting to put 2 and 2 together or something?
Yeah.
Something sus
I'm
about
gonna search the
Griffith.
surrounding brush with my men.
Griffith,
Let's go.
perhaps you should remove your armor. If you have even a little scratch.
Whoa.
Don't get killed, shorty.
What, can he see them?
Yeah, he's got that sense of ill intent.
He's got eagle vision.
A high price to pay for this poison.
Shameful! That's what you are! How can you ever hope to take over command of my invincible White Dragon Knights when you are so
Projecting.
weak?
You're not
That's
invincible.
enough for today.
Projecting.
You quite literally got captured.
You got
No, wait,
you got
Mom, I
removed
can
from
keep
the
going.
army.
I'll prove it.
Whoa. Whoa.
Assassin guts.
Great shots.
No. The man presently next in line to the throne. The general of the White Dragon Knights, Count Julius. The reason is this arrow was dipped in a unique poison. One his family alone has employed for generations.
That's very dumb on y'all. That's
What I'm
stupid.
talking about is an assassination. It must not be seen either.
Oh. Griffith lives.
Guts is just hiding in the mannequin outfit.
But that man was credited with risking his own life to protect the princess.
Oh shit. He came in through the window.
Wait. Hey, Hassan!
Oh,
That's creepy.
the demon.
Intruder!
He brought a little sword.
He doesn't want to get framed. The big sword will be too obvious, I suppose.
Can't sneak with the big
It
sword.
seems Julius was killed with a really big sword.
Must be Guts.
I know you.
Oh!
Griffiths. One of Griffiths. And
Time to run.
Add an extra stab just in case. I know he's bleeding a lot.
Time to run.
I think the fact that his face just exploded is like proof enough that he's
Yeah, I know. I just if he's got like last dying breath, you could be like,
Griffith.
bro, what are you doing?
Not on the family portrait.
There's a kid. The child.
No,
He's
don't kill
gonna
the
have to
kid.
kill the child
Don't kill the kid.
if he gets spotted.
Oh! He's just a kid, dude. Oh, God.
He didn't know.
Oh, that's so sad. Just put him out of his misery. Oh, that's so sad. Oh my god.
Jesus.
Oh. Bro, just leave. This is horrible, but you gotta get the hell out. Holy.
Yeah, you fucked up, bud. You gotta go.
There. Intruder!
Oh, dude, you're supposed to
Stop
get.
where you are! Look over there! Lord Adonis! You bastard! Damn it. Lord Adonis, this is too cruel. Is there no mercy?
Get him! Do not let that intruder out of this house alive!
A little jab. It's crazy.
He doesn't have the big sword, so he can't just slice through it.
On the western parapet!
I like this.
That's like I see it on Assassin's Creed too. It's really sick.
I was literally just gonna say, just do a swan dive off the edge. Hurry up.
Well, less of a swan dive, more of just a little drop.
Not everybody's as talented as Ezio and Altair.
And assassins in general.
Yeah.
Assassin. Fuck.
There he is.
That was the I fucked up stance in the doorway.
Where in the hell have you been all day? Griffith was personally requested to attend a ball thrown by Princess Charlotte.
I see.
Hey! I'm not done talking to you! Come back!
You don't own me. Griffith does.
I am in a lot of pain.
Take my coat, my lady.
Please, rest here, Princess Charlotte.
Please, rate the drip, madam.
Rate the drip.
He's kind of dripped out right now, though. Look at him.
Thank you.
Bro, why are you...
He's too devastated.
Wait.
Right, you gotta pretend like you weren't just in a battle, because somebody just got assassinated tonight.
Guts is
Wandering
extremely
around covered
sus.
Why are
blood
most
and
men
poop
so
water.
preoccupied by bloodshed? That is what you asked me on the hunting grounds, is it not?
Yes.
It's true that men possess a side that is rather savage, as you have already observed. But its purpose is to win things that are precious, as well as protect them. You could say it's like a double-edged sword.
Are precious things those you love? Sorry, I mean honor?
Love and honor are both important things. They are the things a knight is willing to die for. It's the reason they take up arms. However, for a man, I believe there is something that goes beyond that. Something even more precious.
Ambition.
Something more precious?
Legacy.
Royalty.
They're driven to pursue it. So driven, they do it entirely for their own sake.
Freedom.
It's their dream. One should know what it feels like to strive for such goals. To willingly martyr yourself to the God-named dream. I find it abhorrent to simply live out my life for no other reason than I was born into it.
Damn. She jealous.
I think you're amazing.
She's like
I'm
mini
sure your
guts.
friends are equally fascinated by you. I'm certain it's what attracts them to you.
They are my soldiers, and they will follow me into the jaws of death for the sake of my dream. It doesn't make them my friends. A friend should never subsist on another's dream. The man who would be my friend must have a reason for living that goes beyond me. And he should put his heart and soul into protecting this dream, even if it means opposing me. For me to call a man my friend, he must be my equal in every respect.
Interesting.
Whatever's the matter? Something terrible has happened. It pains me to tell you, but your uncle, the Count, has been murdered. The young Lord Adonis was killed as well. The court is in an uproar, and your guests have been cleared from the main hall. His Majesty ordered you to return to the safety of your chambers at once. The guards will be here to escort you soon.
Shit.
Please,
He looks
get ready
like
to leave.
perfect.
It's working.
Guts, we have to go. Guts.
Damn. Oh.
That's so intense, dude. Griffith's little smirk. Oh.
Is it over?
Yeah.
This is the end, boys.
Part 1.
This isn't the time for thinking.
Trailer.
I should only focus on wielding my sword. Now I'll kill them. Nothing more.
Hey,
More boob.
I wanted to be his sword.
oh!
It's all I wanted.
It's just
Whoa! Minas Tirith.
we just do what Griffith says,
Are we allowed to watch this?
and it's ours.
It's too late now, I guess.
I like that guy.
Our survival demands that we stake our lives on this fight. And to survive is to be victorious.
I
Interesting,
want to see
man.
through to the end. I want to see what heights the band of the Hawk can reach.
Cool.
I want to learn all that Griffith's done in the past.
Whoa,
Witness what he plans to
whoa.
do in the future.
They're fighting. Ah! Ah!
And now
What?
end.
What?
Take up your sword.
Well, Guts is pissed.
He basically heard secondhand that he is not the equal to Griffith.
Not only that, but he's been subservient, and his subservience got a child killed.
Yeah, that too.
Or led to that.
All of this, and he's still not considered an equal.
Or friend.
Or a friend.
Alrighty.
Can't believe it. Nope.
Can't believe what?
We watched Berserk Part 1
Yeah, dog.
after all this time.
Can you put that over there?
Yeah.
Ow. It's gonna just be distracting me. Alrighty, y'all.
Excuse me.
That was the first part of the Golden Age arc Berserk movie series. Trilogy, I should say.
So just before we go any farther, like, is this just one arc in Berserk story?
Yes,
This
this is one arc.
the Golden Age. So there's
So it goes. I'm pretty sure the manga goes like. That book is the beginning of the Black Swordsman arc. Then it goes to Golden Age, and then I think back to Black Swordsman arc. I could be fully wrong, but I just know that that arc ends, and it's like, and now I'm going to tell you Guts' lore, and it goes back to this.
Yeah. Now, I'm gonna say this right off the bat. I know you want to jump into things that might have been confusing. I kind of don't want to know yet. I kind of want to go completely new into these movies. I just want to kind of experience them, and then maybe after get that kind of fill in the blank, because I like having this be completely new and fresh, and me having to try to brainstorm some ideas without fully knowing what I'm seeing.
Okay.
If I can just have a preference, even if the manga, like parts of the manga don't get covered, I think I kind of don't want to know, because I think I might want to read the manga after we're done these movies.
Those are on loaner for either of you because they're big,
Yeah.
and I've finished 3 so far, and I'm continuously reading the 4th volume.
Maybe I'll read through them and do a 10-minute review of what I thought of the fill in the blanks.
Working
stuff.
title manga review. Start now.
Just a random spin-off special edition. Who knows? Whatever.
I mean, I'll explain things if they were within this and they were confusing.
okay. My only other question has the whole story. Oh, sorry, I don't know if it was lightning or
Lightning's been
flash.
flashing like crazy.
Yeah. At least we don't have massive thunder claps all
like earlier.
Yeah, that was terrifying.
So has all of it been animated?
No.
I'm not saying all of it at once. I know it hasn't been one concurrent story, but I know there's been 3 has the 3 iterations that have been made of Berserk just the same story every single time? Or has it just been different parts of the story?
So the 1997 animation, that was a 25 episode anime that's going to be the same stuff that we're watching, but
different,
but older.
Okay.
It's the same voice actors too, which I.
Okay.
If there's a moment or two that I will request that while we're watching the next 2 movies, we go back to the old version because they cut a really good scene out that we need for context. But it's the same voice actors, and it won't feel like it's taking anything away.
Okay, we'll figure that out once we get there.
It's really important.
But there's
Like,
three. But there's 3 iterations.
There's 3 iterations, so 2 cover the same stuff, and the old one covers a little bit of Black Swordsman, and then goes straight to Golden Age and then ended.
Okay.
And then the newer one covers, it covers stuff after
the movies.
And picks up where the Black Swordsman arc leaves off in the manga, but they kind of screw it up real bad.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
They like put things in places that they shouldn't be in the 2015 anime.
Okay.
Like, honestly, it seems very convoluted, so how I'm just approaching this right now, just for my own mental sanity, to not have to try to discover a whole new world, is just watch this like I'd be watching The Lord of the Rings. I might not know the context of The Hobbit or the deep lore of the Silmarillion prior, but see if these 3 films, clear-cut by themselves, can tell its own personalized, cohesive story.
Yeah.
And just see how it goes from there, honestly. And then, based off how I feel of the 3, will be the deciding factor if I go and take deeper dives into the CGI TV show from 2016 or the original 1997 film. I feel like that's going to be my approach to this as of right now. I love this, though. I like this a lot. For a first, jump in, this was great to me.
Yeah. No, I mean, I like everything about it. Like, the animation was... Okay, the animation's spotty. That's the only thing that, wasn't the greatest.
That's the only thing... That's, the only slash I'd give against this is the 3D mixing with the 2D is kind of bad at times.
Yeah, but the 2D animation is pretty good. I like all the character designs. The voice acting's all really good, and the fights are. I mean, even though it looks bad, it's pretty visceral. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, in the very beginning when he cuts the dude's head in half. I mean, that was brutal.
Yeah, decapitation is still decapitation, even if it's described by somebody's words. Is still impactful, but yeah. If we're just talking about the animation right off the bat, I hated the first opening war sequence. I hated the follow-up horse attack with Guts and Griffith's small team that he first ran into. And then everything after that, really, they didn't do heavy... I feel like they didn't do super heavy 3D after that.
I think it's just because it wasn't as many people.
Yeah, and if they did, it was really close-up shots, and I felt like that worked a lot better. That was a quick shot. It was when the Pilgrims, I don't know what their names are, when all those guys were talking about what's happening in the world, and it was doing shots of our crew running through these tents, and it was still 3D, but it looked good because it wasn't so out and obvious. It was close-up, so you can't really focus on everything. It's a lot of flash effect. The horses during the Rams fight, the Black Rams, was a little bit better than the first 2 CGI battles. But overall, I really didn't like the CGI in this, which is fine. The story is what I cared about.
The story is good so far.
Yes.
The best CGI is what I assume it was the beastly Nosferatu Zod. Was so cool looking to me.
Yeah, I love Zod.
And the entire time I was watching it, all I could think of is, dude, this came out in 2012, and this is far superior to the Beast Titan in my mind. And I was just damn, I really wish that the MAPPA had maybe taken footnotes from this movie when adapting their Harry Titan in the CG realm in Attack on Titan series.
Yeah. It's always weird doing 3D and 2D. We've had this conversation 100,000 times, but it's an odd one.
But the 2D I loved. I love the 2D in this.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't super detailed like some of our shows we get nowadays in more modern anime, but it was not bad. And what was really amazing was the lighting effects in this movie. When the sun hits the characters, or when Guts infiltrated the castle, the shadow effects on him was amazing. It looked so good.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, my favorite shot in the beginning of this. It was funny. It was after he killed the big soldier. Yeah. Damn, sorry, I just did it again. I was really bright.
Wills has the little charm around his neck. He's seeing the world end.
Oh.
The egg of the king.
No, but it was when he was grabbing his helmet to put it back on. He kind of gave a side eye, and it was just a really in any of like the artwork I had seen of like Guts, and that was just like it in color, and I was like, oh, like he just like looks so cool right there.
Yeah, there were a couple really cool shots that I loved. I loved the shot of Griffith and Guts when they first met, and they're not first met, but like when they're up on the hill before they were gonna do their
Having
first
their
duel
duel.
with the
Yeah.
green rolling grass and the really bright blue sky behind them. That made for a cool scenic spot. Once again, 3 years later, when they're sitting like by the ruins and looking out, the sunset was beautiful.
That was my favorite shot.
I like the dark castle that they infiltrated to go find Zod from like the landscape shot. And then honestly, everything after that, like when Griffith first met the princess,
Charlotte,
that yellow like colored
that
area.
like, that like the hills outside the city and
That
like
was
the
great.
palace were really cool. It
That was
really
great,
pretty.
yeah. And then I think my favorite shots were the whole speech about friendship and being equals, with him like facing the trees at like the not dusk but like into the beginning of the night. It was still like somewhat light blue out. It's really cool. It was not dark, but yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed all of that. And I just like their character designs. Like Griffith, like looks. I like what you were saying. Like they contrast each other. Like the blue and white and silver versus like the black, brown, and red of Guts. Like they just like literally. They just feel like they are down to personality and like who they are as people. They're like complete opposites. Like they are like the antithesis of each other.
Yeah.
So
very cool character choice designs. And I know I said Canute in the recording. I think it'd be cool if Vinland actually took like reference from this character type visual looks and like adapted it for the Vinland show, because it looks a lot like Canute from the Vinland show. Hairstyle and just the very beautiful feminine presence on a male face was awesome.
I mean, I feel like these both probably were written around the same time too. Berserk might be.
Berserk's been around since like late '80s, early '90s.
But the Vinland came out in the '90s as well. Pretty sure.
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure it
possibly
came out in like the '90s.
You could be right, but you could be wrong.
Wow.
Wow.
Regardless, I thought it was very Canute. I love the white hair. I said it in our Full Metal before. I love white hair on characters. It's such a cool feature.
That's one of the things I think anime does the best. Every white hair character in every single anime I've ever seen always looks awesome.
Yeah.
Like,
and his blue eyes were so like unique. There was like a dark black like swirl around like the I don't know how to describe it. Like to separate the white from where the color begins, instead of just the color beginning, it was a deep like black circle to start engaging the blue, and it was really cool. Yeah. I don't know. I thought Griffith's design just blew me away. I liked all the fits. I loved Guts's fit. The black like almost scarab looking armor that he has over his face. A lot of cool helmets in this show.
Yeah.
From the Ram guys, Griffith's like griffin mask, I guess you can say, or bird mask, the scarab mask, and then I guess Zod. I just love the appearance of Zod as a whole. Yeah, loved it. It was just a beautiful movie.
Yeah,
I didn't have expectations for this. I didn't know what to expect. I know you love it, and I meme about this all the time because I've listened to the Guts theme when we go to the gym. But other than that, I just thought this was gonna be more of like a super depressing like anime guy crying looking at the sky while it's raining type of anime. So I was shockingly surprised what I got tonight.
Maybe we're not there yet.
We could still get there.
I mean, in fairness, Guts seems pretty ready to die, on a mission to end his own life.
Yeah.
Test his limits and be ready to die.
What is that theme from? Is that from?
That's from the old show.
Oh, damn. Okay.
But
okay.
I don't remember. I don't think they use it in these, but we could pretend.
Okay.
If there's a moment that you're like, this song would fit here, just think of that song being in the scene.
I'll mentally just sink it in with all of this.
I mentally sink it in life moments at this point, so I can just do that easily with the show. Like I'll be walking into work and I hear it, and I'm just like, fuck, I'm sad. This is awful.
I was a little bummed by this TV's like sound quality, because I could hear the music very faintly. I could tell it was beautiful, but it was getting like sounded out by the characters talking, but
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna go check out this soundtrack and see what I think of it after this.
But yeah, the story began with mercenaries tagged along with a real army sieging a castle. Mm-hmm. We got a one man standing alone against a behemoth of a man, ready to fight, and Guts was only willing to do it for 10 pieces of silver.
And he only got 7.
And he only got 7.
Unfortunate.
That was a good character introduction. You see that a lot in movies where it's like if you're bringing in this champion with great strength, you like start off the film displaying what he's capable of.
Yeah.
And I was getting confused because I was like, this is like a weird place to start, but it showed Griffith's strength in comparison to have it follow up after showing Guts's great feats. Like, have you ever seen I think it's Troy?
Yeah.
With Achilles.
Yeah.
Like they start off the movie with him fighting the biggest man in the other nation's army.
Yeah.
To like set the standard of who Guts is.
Yeah.
Not to be messed with.
But Guts engages in the fight, barely wins, breaks the dude's axe, which is partially why he survived, and was able to basically cut halfway through his torso, through his armor, and then split his head in half.
Split his helm.
In the background, Griffith and his men observed and saw Guts.
Damn, this guy's strong.
Yeah. And they basically wanted to, like, take him on, essentially. Griffith wanted to
see what he's made of.
See what he was capable of, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, that's not true. Whatever the annoying dude in the camp's name, I don't know.
Corcus.
It was his idea.
It was his idea to go, like, kill him or test his strength amongst themselves.
Yeah.
I liked Guts' line, too, like, when he went to get his payment, and he's like, rank won't buy me food. And then he's like, nobody owns me, and then just walks out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even tagged up with even before that when he's fighting the big guy and he's like, killing won't bring me food or something like that.
Or glory.
Glory won't bring me
glory
food.
doesn't feed.
I need 10 pieces.
Yeah. I need the 10 pieces for food.
He's just a practical guy.
Yeah. Very, very practical.
Very matter of fact.
Very matter of fact. Lives in reality. Doesn't care for what other people are thinking.
Like, and that even goes hand in hand later with the whole Zod when they go and everybody's like, did you hear that this might be the place where this mystical creature is? And he's like, well, and then later on he's like, this just shouldn't be. Why the hell is this a thing?
Yeah.
Why is there a fantasy creature in my life?
What is this bullshit?
Like, this doesn't make sense.
What is this?
He's a very matter of fact kind of guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, then basically Guts takes on his crew, basically takes out all of them, and then Griffith stops him and stabs him in his side, renders him, useless and unconscious.
Sleeps with a naked woman for 2 days.
Yeah, they take him to their camp. He was cold, so they made, what's the girl's name again?
Costco.
Yeah.
They make her sleep with him naked so she can keep him warm for 2 days. And in the meantime, he has kind of like these like night terror flashbacks.
Do you want me to... Sam was saying how he didn't want things explained.
Well, the
Do
movie's
you want me
not...
to explain what the whole... Because that'll take a minute.
Well, the movies not ever cover that? 2 and 3?
That was the covering of that.
They will never bring it up again.
I mean, it's just trauma related. I don't really think they add on to it because that was meant to be the flashback of the early Guts lore.
I want to say just hold off for now.
I can tell you off camera so you don't take up time.
It's not even that. Like, I just want to see if the movies are capable of getting a message across without having to have a footnote person have to tell me. Because if that's the case, then it has to be you to share and not the movie doing its job.
Or you just read book.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't know what the expectation is for the audience.
That's my least. That scene is my least favorite part of the entire movie because, first of all, flashback is in 2 frames a second and looks like shit. You can't even see or hear what they're saying or doing. And then it just cuts to the guy that says his adopted father, just his head falling off. What the fuck was that?
I mean, bare minimum, we get a little bit of a gist. He was a little kid. For whatever reason, he's in a tent with a very scary man. It looks like he got captured or was held. He was either held captive or he was kidnapped, or this is just some guy taking out his, anger on little Guts, abused him in more ways that I won't say for YouTube, and then Guts manages to kill him with that sword, and then runs away.
And it should be noted that thing kind of looks like a demon.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of looked at
it's like because he's a little kid and he's like seeing.
That's what I figured. That was his perception.
Person,
yeah.
And he sees him as a monster.
Yeah, I figured that was like his perception of what that guy looked like. But they run to get chased by those people, the like other knights or mercenaries, whoever they were, and then it just cuts to him running up a hill to a dude that gets his head chopped off.
Yeah, that's his adopted father.
And didn't he have like an amputated leg?
He lost his leg.
He didn't have a leg. So I mean,
I'll explain it if you want me to at some point, after we're done all of these, or you can read it or whatever.
I mean, but bare minimum, he's got trauma.
Yeah, he fucked up. He had a really, really fucked up childhood, and that he's remembering it while he's asleep.
Yeah,
and almost in a weird way reminiscent. Like he wakes up and he's with somebody who's naked. Like I was like, whoa, did she like take advantage of him? But clearly that's not what happened. But literally, like it was the same type of thing. Like he was in a tent because that was like one of the first shots of the flashback. He looked up, he saw like the wood of like holding up the tent, and he looked up when he woke up and saw the same thing.
First nude person anime I've seen. That was interesting.
I don't
know if it was necessarily needed per se, but I guess they want to go for a darker, more adult tone for these movies.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, I mean, just a minimum from seeing the very first panel. I mean, it's clearly
for really big adult guys.
Yeah, this isn't made for kids at all. So
I've not actually visually seen any of the panels of this manga.
Okay.
Not even the one I showed Will?
No.
Do you want to see it?
You've talked about it, and I don't want to see it.
Wait, I think he wants to see it.
No, I'll see it when I decide after these movies are done.
But come on, it's really really cool.
But Griffith shows up, and everybody loves the man.
Griffith!
Hey. Everybody says hello to him. Everybody is also taking note to how he's behaving around Guts. Like, he has a different persona now that Guts is in the picture. At least the lady who gave warmth has taken notice. What's her name? Casca? Casca's taken notice. They go up to that hill and have their own private talk. Like, check each other for who they are, and then Griffith gives him the opportunity of
being his man.
Yeah.
His soldier for...
I own you.
Yeah, to get to further Griffith's dream of whatever, becoming king.
He wants a kingdom, yeah.
Yeah, he wants a kingdom. That's what he said, yeah. So they duke it out. A pretty cool fight.
Yeah.
But Guts is no match for Griffith currently.
Yeah.
Great note to share. He can bite a sword and use his strength to fight the sword. That was cool.
That was absurd. Like, I can't believe...
That was
so stupid. It was so dumb.
More stupid than the oversized sword?
The sword isn't stupid, it's effective. You've seen him fight.
So is his teeth.
Would you rather fight with big sword or big teeth?
Okay, in fairness,
preferably a gun.
On TikTok, I've seen people try and make the sword. I've seen them try to make that one and Zabuza's sword, and literally it's because it's like the same thing, like a giant sword that's like 6 feet long, and it's literally like you can't. They're like holding it. They're like, and these are like fit dudes too. They get it made. They're like, like barely holding it up off the ground. Like it's just like not feasible, but it's awesome for the show.
It's very cool.
Yeah, I did like speaking on the sword. The only other time it was really ever brought up in the story was the first fight when he showed up and all the guys were like, surely it's just a stunt. Like that's not a real like tool to fight with. He's just doing that to intimidate.
And then he just is like bam, bam,
hitting the heavy attack over and over again.
Yeah.
The heavy attack did not work on Griffin though. Griffith still won the fight, and his ass was his.
Essentially.
Which was funny. I like that line. Like, oh, do you mean
want it like that
thing?
way?
Yeah.
That's weird.
And then it was funny. It was like, fine, if you win, you can have my sword or my ass, whichever you please.
And hey, I just met Griffith. I didn't know if that's how he swung. I was curious. Doesn't seem like it though. Maybe. It was 3 years.
I think anything for power.
He might have played around those 3 years, but we did do a 3 year time. Is that when the 3 year time jump was?
More or less, yeah.
Yeah. We got that Ram War with the guys in black armor, and they were all impressed that Guts ran in on his own.
Hit their general first,
Yep.
just to get rid of the authority figure.
That was cool.
Break the ranks because no one knows what to do when the general has been killed.
Yeah.
Now who are they're called the Band of Hawks?
The Band of the Hawk.
The Band of the Hawk. Who are they serving in this? The Tudor.
The Tudor. So, at the beginning, I guess technically Guts was on Tudor's side because mercenary, and he said he fought a bunch of Hawks.
Yeah.
But now he's fighting for Midland, who's fighting Tudor.
Okay, so Midland and Tudor.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Interesting.
So he just joined the side that Griffith's team was protecting initially.
Because he's not really on a side, it's mercenary. You get
Whoever
paid, you fight whoever pays you. Or you fight with whoever pays you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he made a name for himself. He's a captain now after a 3 year time jump.
Captain of the
Swole.
Vanguard.
His
He's
personality
stronger.
is a little bit changed. Like, he's not so self-serving. He's really down for the cause. He's been trying to prove to Casca and Griffith that he is in fact one of the Hawks. And I mean, he made it seem like it was a very important part. Like, this is who I am. Like, don't judge this. Like,
He said, I love the Hawks and I love my men. I am trying my best.
and that was probably like one of the best lines to use to show that he's really like considering these people his allies and like friends.
Yeah, I think part of it is just like he still, at least to me, he still has that mentality of like fighting, pushing his limit and fighting till the end. Like, you know, people who are like so I mean, it's not like an uncommon thing in stories, but people that have lived such like horrible lives that they choose bloodshed so that like they can like choose their own fate. Like, if I die here, this is how it will go. Like in the Blaze of Glory.
Yeah.
So he's like still living that mentality in his life, but
It's like so ingrained in him, though.
yeah, it's like in his nature.
Yeah.
Because even Casca says later, like, "Oh, you're just apologizing. You always do this. Like, you're so full of it, you know." Because clearly this is just like his MO is to go out there and
Battle.
war on his own.
Level up. Become stronger.
Yeah, so Griffith becomes a count. Julius, who was very pompous when they were at the last battle,
Yeah.
he's
basically been like his
He's the-
army's been tossed aside in favor of the Hawk,
and he also got captured.
and he got captured, and they got him back, but they
Had
because
to
he
pay
got,
a ransom.
yeah, they had to pay a ransom, and they said your army is no longer our vanguard or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's the brother of the king.
I think
They said
so.
they said the daughter.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah,
it's your
definitely.
uncle, so I guess it's the king's brother.
Is that where the yellow like city is it now? Is that what you're talking about?
The city we're in now, like towards the end of the movie.
Yeah.
That's
I'm just trying to remember the next.
No, the next thing is Nosferatu.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
they,
yeah.
They win battle against the Rands, becomes a count. Then you go to the dark like fortress.
And that was cool.
Yeah, that
while,
fortress, I
while
liked.
they're warring up top, down at the bottom, they're like, our men keep dying down here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And Guts is really pissed because it's all of his men. They keep dying down there.
yeah, I like Guts' commitment. Like, bro, get the fuck off me! Like, I'm going in there. Like, I'm not letting my people die.
Yeah. He grabs Gaston by the face and goes, "Get out of my way!" Voiced by Goku, which throws me off so bad every time I watch it. It's like, "Hey, it's me, Gaston."
Griffith's voice sounds super familiar too. I'm trying to remember, like, figure out like what I
I'm gonna
know.
look it up.
Later. We can look it up after the fact, but he sounds super familiar from like something I've seen before.
Then we get our first big boss fight. One of the big standouts of the movie. Go down to a lair of a man known by many as somebody who has a 200-year documentation for killing and being extremely successful at being able to take on huge hordes. Zod himself, which was just by itself really cool design. I mean, it literally was Tekken. Like, it
He
was
looks like
ogre.
into ancient ogre or whatever.
I mean, the original one is green, and then it becomes a giant winged furry creature with giant horns that can fly. Like, that's as close of a comparison as I can ever get. But that thing was awesome.
Yeah, the fight was cool. Guts is the only person that's ever been able to, like, pierce him.
Yeah.
He said it's been forever since somebody cut me in this way.
Yeah, so that's when he leveled up, went into phase 2 boss fight mode, and was like, now we're gonna fight for real this time.
You're gonna fight me until all your bones break and I win. It's like, oh
Yeah.
fuck. Oh no.
When Griffith showed up to help,
Yeah.
start piercing some arrows into the beast, and then it was a 2v1, which was cool, seeing them both like take their separate routes to try to take down the beast.
Yeah.
But it didn't last long because the beast eventually fled after giving some words of woe.
After seeing
egg.
Griffith knocked on the ground with his bail it out.
Yeah.
He says that's the egg of the king, and then he gives Guts words of wisdom and warning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, and he said that when his ambition dies, whether like you're his friend or not, like your fate is going to be like unavoidable. Right.
Yeah, more
It's
or
essentially it said he was like, you're gonna die and your fate's gonna be
when his
unavoidable.
dream is in jeopardy, that's when you should get the fuck away from him, basically.
Which
That's creepy.
alone makes sense, you know, just because of we already seen like how he. I mean, like later in the movie, we see how he views everything.
Yeah.
And everyone. But yeah, so they get out of there, and then that's when we get to that yellow field where Griffith and Guts are chatting it up about why does Griffith keep trying to save him, or why does he like go out of his way to like protect Guts?
He says, "I don't really need to tell you every time, do I?" And Guts is like,
Yeah, and then he asks him about the necklace. And he said that he got it from an old woman when he was a child,
an old fortune teller
who looked like she was blind,
Possessed.
also looked like she was kind of demon-esque, and basically said that he'll rule the world with it if he got that, or right, something like that. What did she say?
Basically you'll rule the world with this.
Yeah.
And something else, but I can't remember. It was linked to like your dream or whatever. Basically trying to get him to take it. Sounded like she was trying to get him to take it specifically.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna say Griffith gives very anti-Messiah kind of vibes for sure. Like early day, like I could totally see him going like trying to not take a kingdom, take the kingdom of the world one day. That's the kind of vibes I could definitely get out of it. This whole thing.
Yeah, I mean his ambition seems pretty great.
For sure.
So it overshadows friendships, relationships, every part of his aspect of his life.
Yeah.
He says that his dream is the most important thing.
And
that's
the princess is introduced.
Yeah, that's when the king rolls up, thanks them, and then Uncle Julius is like, "Fuck them," and then that's when the princess appears and Griffith begins
Rizzing her up.
the unspoken riz of Griffith.
The unspeakable Griffith riz.
Another great contrasting thing that separates the two characters. One is very good when it comes to communication. The other one struggles very much so on a social level.
Later on the episode, or later on in the movie, when he was like, "What happened?" and she's like, "You're hurting me.
I'm really scared."
Meanwhile, Griffith is like, "Baby girl,
listen to me, babe. Come with me.
I will protect you forever.
My big muscles will protect you."
But yeah, then we see them, like the lords all hunting.
Yep.
And the hawks are,
standing guard.
They are
basically.
the guard. They are the escort.
Yes.
Which is a very high honor for, mostly like noble knights. And Guts is like, "I'd rather fight.
I just want to be scrapping right now.
I'm
so
rather be
bored.
killing people."
I'm so bored.
Which the rest of the hawks were not super happy about his opinion.
Mainly Corcus. Corcus always has an opinion on whatever Guts says. He's such a hater.
I mean, in fairness, he wanted to kill him all the way back then, and he
That's
also
true.
Guts probably killed the dude whose arm they cut off in the beginning, in that first fight way back when.
Maybe. I think we do see him later. I don't know.
Well,
maybe not.
If not, he almost killed all of them.
He definitely killed the first guy.
The one that flung in the air. Yeah.
It was like split in half.
But yeah, so then more Griffith spitting game, teaching how to whistle with a leaf. And then the hog makes the princess's horse run away, and as Griffith follows her to save her and bring her back, that's when Julius enacts his assassination attempt of Griffith.
Arrowed.
Yeah. Guts and gang and company show up. Griffith gets shot, but for whatever reason. And now, okay, are we supposed to assume that the arrow hit the thing, or is it that thing just like quite literally physically made it innate for him to not, like, it made it impossible to be his skin to be pierced?
Whatever you want to believe.
All right. Well, I think it made it his skin not be able to be pierced.
I think it hit the necklace.
Damn.
I think it hit the camera.
Will doesn't believe the necklace blocked the arrow.
Oh, yeah.
He thinks it protected him.
I don't know what I think of that. I mean, I just assumed it hit it on the spot, but it's just more of a fated thing. Like, things are just working out in the fate. Like, maybe, like, the second he took that amulet, it was just destiny. Like, there's nothing that can stop destiny at this point. Like, Doomsday is now ticking the second he accepted that thing, whether he realized it as a child or not.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think it was just because he got, like, it shot him here. I mean, the necklace to me was like, whatever. The necklace did.
It's not that big of a deal.
No, it adds to the, like, the mysticism of the show.
You think it gave him dinosaur skin?
No, I just think that it, like, gave him some form of invulnerability.
Sure.
They did say there has to be blood to seal whatever this... What is it called? An amulet? What
The
is it?
behemoth.
Behemoth? What does that mean?
I don't know. It's just, I've only heard this term in the show. I don't know.
And is that what the egg is?
Yeah, the egg of the king is also called the crimson behemoth.
Okay.
What
The
are
egg
you
of the
asking?
king.
You said blood? What?
The
Something
lady was
about
prophesying that, like, something about blood would
That's the thing I couldn't think of.
be a part of influencing what's to come with
Oh,
that
you have to give
amulet.
flesh and blood. That's what she said.
You give your
Yeah.
flesh and blood, and you will rule the world, or something.
So, like, who is the flesh and blood in that prophecy? Is it like a...
I mean, she said you, so, I mean, I would assume that means Griffith.
But does it mean, like, he has to give his own, or you yourself have to go and seek out blood and, like, through what he's doing now?
Maybe that's
War
why he's
and-
winning so many battles, because
Exactly.
it's blood and flesh of all the people he's killing.
That's what I mean, like, an accumulative, like, this is a prophecy brought upon
He's
by...
carving the land with blood.
Yep. Or he secretly did get pierced, and his blood squirted on the little amulet, and now it's starting.
Nice.
Dragon skin.
But they see Julius sneaking away, so they knew it was him.
Whoa, yeah.
Griffith went,
How?
What was
That was weird. He, like, there was no one in sight. They were all looking around. Guts was all looking around. And then he just has, like, tunnel vision and, like, through the forest sees the guy.
he just has good instincts, I think.
Devil work.
Yeah, well, that's
The
literally.
devil's work.
Well, that's what he said. He said, "Oh, it's a miracle," and Guts goes,
More like the luck of the devil.
"More like the luck of the devil that he didn't die from that thing,"
Yeah,
which was poison too. Griffith also realizes that it's a poison used specifically by Julius's family, so they
Good job riding yourselves out.
they basically plan to have Guts go assassinate him.
And
Without anyone knowing who did it.
It went very well until it went not really well.
Yeah. He whacked the man, slashed him up.
With not his sword.
Yes,
With
with
a
not
slightly
with a-
smaller sword.
He used a very tiny sword compared to his.
Average.
Sorry,
Perfectly
average.
okay.
Perfectly,
sword.
perfectly okay.
okay.
size.
Thank you.
It's not the size of the sword, it's the man who wields it.
True, you're right, dude.
Or the width of it that matters.
The width.
The width.
Imagine a really wide sword.
I really wanted him to be in that medieval mannequin suit, just like kind of standing
You
there.
wanted him to put on the armor for
Just
no reason?
like he just waited there all night long and just waited for the guy to come eat his
Is he
chicken.
Agent 47 from Hitman.
Yes.
Well, wasn't there like I feel like they did like a shot of the one in Griffith's chambers, and then looked at the one, like, and then it transitioned to, like, where he was dining. I could have been tripping, but I was like, that's what I thought they were going for, too.
Because the camera, like, also panned that direction, and then it ended up just being the shadows behind the mannequin or the figure.
Yeah.
And it was him. So, yeah, the guy got cut down. Noise and commotion brought in someone else, and Guts made the split-second decision to attack the intruder instead of hiding behind the door, and killed the
Poor
son.
Adonis.
Killed Adonis. Very brutal. Even the father's death, both of them were very brutal in terms of, like, regurgitating the blood that just got pierced in the belly. And the kid's, like, attempts to try to communicate to Guts in the moment was also very startling.
And just crying, too. That was really
The reaching out of the hand and Guts, like, grabbing it and being like, it's okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah. That was pretty messed up, too, when Guts, like, looked at his own hands, too. Like, dude, what have I done?
Yeah. Awful.
And then slew his way through the rest of the men and dove off.
Yeah.
Wound up over by the dinner of our friends at a feast that was taking place, and Guts walked in, made eye contact immediately with the table that had a kid at it, and just stood there in sorrow, seeking Griffith. Sorry.
Gryffindor.
Gryffindor.
Can't remember that little kid's name that's in the Hawks. It's like on the edge of my tongue, and I can almost say it, but I can't think of it.
The only one I know now through you is Pippin, the big guy.
Big guy.
Drinkman.
We can go through all the names, because I know all of them except that little kid.
I don't really even remember any of them. I only know Pippin because he was so damn
feel
big,
like
and you mentioned it, and it's a Lord of the Rings name.
I feel like they didn't say anyone else's names except for the guy that throws the knife.
You mentioned the guy who was like an asshole. I'm like, I didn't even know he had a name.
Corcus, because they said Corcus a bunch of times. They're like, shut up, Corcus.
You idiot.
You suck.
Corcus, you're trash.
Cork your mouth.
You're an idiot.
With cork in it.
But yeah, so Griffith decides to, never mind. Guts was on his way out, and Koskis was, right? That's how you say your name? Koska. Damn. Koska was like, yo, where you been at? Why you always running around? And she noticed he was just standing there like, yeah.
I fucked up.
I gotta go find Griffith.
I did something bad. Oh, I'm so sad.
I don't know if you notice, anytime there's a really buff character in anime, because I'm simply not buff, I just do this thing where I go...
This is literally Guts that I've ever seen.
It's like my only form of trying to act like I am bigger than what I am.
Sam but muscular.
Sam but big.
Sam the strongest.
Yeah, so they go over to where Griffin's flirting with... Well, did we catch a name for the princess? What's her name? Charlotte. They sit down, and Guts is close behind, or with Kotsuki, I want to say Kotsuki, Bakugo. And they don't approach Griffith because he's looking dilapidated, and it's a nice...
Covered in blood and poop water.
And they don't want to embarrass Griffith.
Yeah.
Griffith's having his little moment, trying to make moves with his secret riz towards the king's daughter in his ambitious attempt to seek out his dream. And then we get basically the whole epilogue of a speech, a lot of which is a little over my head.
I mean,
at this point.
She was asking, why do men love bloodshed?
Yeah.
Like, why are they all so focused on bloodshed, hunting, war, all that? And basically, he comes to his own conclusion that it can be broken down to a bunch of things to protect people, for like their own glory. But then in his mind, it's about fulfilling your dream and like hunting your ambition. Yeah. And that's why a lot of men do it. And like he like even referred to dream as like a god that you have to like appease.
Yeah.
And that is his like what he he didn't like explicitly say it, but like that is like what he strives for. And then I don't really understand how he came, like why he started talking about like friendship. I don't know if she asked something or if he was just like rambling on, but that's where he said that like, I think she brought up like how everyone loves him with the Hawks.
Yeah, she's like, you're friends, and he was like, I don't really consider them my friends, I consider them my soldiers that are like progressing me to my dream.
Yeah. And the only time that like someone could be my friend is if they're my equal, and if they're in the only way they can be my equal is by having a dream
of their
own that supersedes mine, that they are striving.
And it can
towards
also
as
be
well.
competing with his at the same time.
Yeah.
That's the only way he'll respect you.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, both Casca and Guts hear that and kind of both realize like they're lower. I feel like Casca is more of like, damn, he's spitting game with her.
Yeah,
and not
he
me.
was more upset about not having a chance with him.
And Guts was more like, wait, so we're not friends? You know?
So what am I doing all this for if we're not friends?
And it's so hard because there is really only an hour and a half of content to try to read in through the lines of how Guts feels, and because he's not really an emotion-based person, it's really hard to know where he is mentally. But yeah, I just assumed, as well as you guys, that maybe when he was asking Griffith earlier during the yellow sequence, I guess we can call it, with the castle where the princess appears, maybe he was asking to try to get at
what are we?
affirm their friendship, which Guts might have really hoped for or really wanted confirmation on, because maybe that's why he stuck around. So I mean, he stuck around because it was an Oathbound thing from the Lost fight 3 years prior, but I think he has enjoyed it so much because of maybe camaraderie that he might have not gotten prior.
Yeah.
And also the fact that Griffith has beaten him, but also gives Guts the shot to stay around him. Like, it's like, I mean, like, on a strength-based matchmaking sense, they are even. So maybe Guts has put a respect on Griffith and maybe a friendship because of that equal strength. And so Griffith being kind of the asshole type to not really put a label on it, Griffith is just kind of... Guts is a little confused on it, so... Yeah, I could see that as the slap in the face towards the end, where the only person he thought he's had a like following for is just not really about that.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate too that Guts doesn't have like doesn't have like the emotional intelligence to read that, because like, I mean, like, one of the first things that Griffith says to him is like, now from this day on, like, you're mine. Like, I own you, essentially. Like, we're not friends. Like, you're essentially my property. And he also says...
I get to choose how you die.
Yes, exactly. Like, I'm going to be the one that chooses your fate for you. I will choose when you die.
And I think Guts got lost in that over the years, kind of losing that, like, forgetting the fact that he's an indentured servant, essentially, or a slave, basically, to this cause, and has fallen for the fact that he's been around his master.
Yeah.
And
He's
has
like,
assumed it was a friendship.
He's fallen for the allure and the allure and the like charisma of Griffith.
Yeah.
Which I don't know, man. Like, he has a cool design, but I'm with you. Very like, this is very like Sauron, Lucifer. Like,
it is. It's very
like, the beauty.
The very end of the world-esque.
Yeah, the beauty that's like luring you into the evil or the dark.
And he's just getting into the political game. He was decreed a count, so he has an in with the higher-ups. He's no longer just a great renowned soldier. He's now a stepping stone into the higher powers of the world.
He's also one of the common folk, which that's like the big thing.
He's super attractive, can probably appeal to men and women alike, and has a voice on him that soothes people around him that listen. Guts, who doesn't have emotional intelligence. Kotska, who does and loves him. And then the princess, within the course of a day, has fallen for him. So, yeah.
And I mean, like, she's the only daughter of the king, and they made it seem like Julius was the heir to the throne, too. So I don't know if the king doesn't have a son or what, but, like, you know, if Griffith plays his cards right, he could just inherit this kingdom.
For sure. I mean, based off... I mean, that's basically where the movie wrapped up, and then it showed, like, a preview of what the next film is going to be about. And there was a lot of ballrooms and big political spectacles taking place, a lot of war, but it looks like Griffith is...
Sex.
It looks like Griffith is moving the puzzle pieces a lot in what's happening.
A real Game of Thrones is ahead, I think.
Yep. I'm glad that it looked like Kotska and Guts were hooking up. I felt like that was something that should happen. They seem equivalent with one another, or at least in the same mind space.
Yeah. Well, they're both gonna need somebody because Daddy Griffith rejected both of them.
Yep.
Don't call him Daddy Griffith, bro.
He is to them.
I guess
He ain't
so.
my daddy, but he's their daddy.
Nah, I guess you're right.
Right now.
Yeah, that's basically it. I'm excited for the second movie though. The second one looks hype.
Yeah. This is this is a solid movie. I've thoroughly enjoyed this.
And it was funny because I was kind of tuned out at the start of the film. Like I was kind of like out of it, and it wasn't really until Guts woke up and met Griffith that my interest got involved. Like it took a second, as all things ever do. But once the 2D started to kick in, and then the story became more about like the relation aspect of these characters, I got into it. By the end, yeah, I'm down. I'm down to see where this show goes. I would be curious. I know, like we already talked about a couple times. I want to see how well the movies do their story for new audience members that might not have gone to see anything else. Like, can these be contained in and of themselves and get its point across, even if it's not a finished story? Maybe it has an up to interpretation ending for you to go and look further into it after. But I'd be curious to see where this ends off and how well it does in advertising itself.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing about that though is like there's two things. One, like this is like generally like I feel like a lot of times I'm not a super like die-hard all anime. Like I'm not gonna sit here and name like, oh, what actually is the best or subjectively, but I feel like Berserk is kind of like in that like holy grail realm of like, this is peak fiction. You know what I mean? Like people like really
One Piece, Berserk.
I mean, I'm not saying One Piece, but like
I'm saying One Piece.
that's fine. But like people put Berserk up there with that.
Oh yeah.
And so like I'm like, it's gonna be a good story. I'd just be curious because of how many times they've remade these, and it's like they've done it like I feel like the only times in my experience when anime gets remade, it's because they didn't do it well the first time portraying it to its fullest, if that makes sense. I know sometimes they do it again for like a new generation, but it's not that often. For the most part, if they're redoing it, it's like Boruto, where it's like, like there's young kids, they ain't gonna go watch this old stuff. Like, let's just continue the story, but make it geared towards the younger generation, like a new version of it. So I don't know like how that'll go, but I mean like it's already, I already know it's a great story. I don't know anything about the story other than what we've watched and like what that first panel is, but like I already know it's a great story from the way everyone talks about it. So I'd be curious how well the movies do on their own.
Yeah, that's like my biggest thing. Like, what comes to mind when it comes to remaking things is Spider-Man. And by the time people got to the third iteration in the past like 2 decades, they just cut out the origin for how we got to Spider-Man, because most audience members know how Spider-Man becomes Spider-Man, so they just jumped into it. So when it comes to that flashback material, if it's not super important to the movie, then I'm just going to treat it as not super important to me. If it is a passing line that they explain in 1 sentence later, that's fine. If it's never addressed again, I'm just going to treat it like you said, just a traumatic experience.
Yeah.
But I want the movies to decide what it is to me.
I guess more so what I was I didn't really do a good job of bringing up my full point, but my point of what I was saying is that like we're kind of looking at like, imagine if you didn't watch Demon Slayer, and you didn't get season 1 and you didn't get season 2, but you just got the Mugen Train arc.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of like what we're getting. I don't know the story ahead and after, so I could be completely wrong, but just for you know, a 1-to-1 scale, it's like we're getting Attack on Titan season 2 and 3 and not getting anything of season 1 for part 1, 2, and 3.
I would hate that.
But
that'd be insane.
But I'm
like the Mugen Train movie would be horrible if I never saw season 1.
I know, but I'm saying like we can judge the movies in their own realm as to what they do, but I guess just like what Berserk is as a whole. And I don't even know the story. Like I don't know why I'm going to bat for it, but this movie was good
because you're interested. That's why you're going to bat.
Yeah, I know.
Your interest has been piqued.
The movie was good, so I'm excited to see the other 2. But I just like, if the story doesn't end in a spot that makes sense, it's because there's more content.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I guess when it comes to like comparing the Mugen, if we're using an example, like with this, I feel like there's nothing that really needs explaining to me just yet. I feel like everything makes sense as of where we are. Like I feel pretty content. I feel excited to see where the story goes. But where if it was like Mugen Train, like because that's recent memory, they don't explain. There's no like intro to that movie that's like, here's why we're on this mission. Here's like, it just kind of sets you there, and you just like, if that was the only thing I ever saw, that'd be horrible.
No,
because there's like nothing to explain.
This is a lot better because it's kind of like a launching point into the story.
Yeah.
So it's not a perfect 1-to-1 like, you know, these are exactly the same.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that is, we're getting an arc and a story that already had a beginning that we don't really have, and we also don't have the ending for it. We're just getting like a weird middle arc.
Yeah.
And that's why I compared it to Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, because it would be right now it feels just like we're getting the Fellowship of the Ring without having seen the Hobbit book that got us the ring in the first place.
Fair. That's fair.
Like we're missing elements, but it's not so jarring that you can't attach yourself to the story, and you can continue from this as a first chapter. And I mean, you get the intro to the Guts, Kotska, Griffith, whoever else, and this feels like a beginning of a story, even if it might not be the demon sex at the start of this panel of the book.
Yeah.
God, the demon sex.
And I mean, if that's something in Guts' past, then so be it. If they decide in the movies it's not an important point, then it doesn't have to even be in my mind. It's just these movies as its own self-contained story. You know. Word. I like this. I love it. I like this movie a whole lot. I thought this was good.
Really good.
This
Really,
was
really
solid, and it was fast. One hour,
like
30 minutes.
Yeah, it's a very quick little.
It's fantasy.
Yeah. I'm not, the one thing I kind of, my one expectation, just because I knew like demons and monsters and shit, I expected more of it in this story, but it's clearly, we're just at like, the tip of the iceberg with it, so.
Yeah. Alright, well, it is a movie, so favorite 3 characters, even though there's not a lot, I want to know where they place for you value-wise, from 1 being your favorite, 3 being your least, and then I want to know your favorite moment in the movie.
Guts, Griffith, Zod.
Cool.
Or sorry, Griffith, Guts, Zod.
Starting, so Griffith's your favorite? Okay.
Guts, Zod.
You go ahead.
I think it's the same. Yeah, Griffith is my favorite, then Guts, then Zod.
Do you want me to go with just people we met in the movie?
Yes.
Okay. And also, they did not get any spotlight in the movie, so I'm not going to say who I want to say. So, Guts. I liked how scummy Julius is, so I'll throw Julius in there. I like that.
Who the hell is Julius?
The dude that got assassinated.
The general. I like the scummy general that wants.
Okay.
That really wants to win, and then Griffith.
Damn. So be it.
I just want to be there. I just want to go Griffith, Kotska, Guts.
That's fine if it is. Favorite moment?
It's a toss up between the Zod fight and the story implications of the Guts at the staircase listening to Griffith talk.
I was gonna say I liked that final scene.
Final scene is very strong.
The fountain staircase moment was pretty good for me.
That's a three-way. Yep, I like that too. That was the best moment for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
That's about it. Guys, if you made it to this point, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you want to stick around when we get to the Golden Age Part 2. Let us know your thoughts on this first opening act of a trilogy. Are you excited to see more? What other films do you want us to see in the future? Give us some suggestions. We might throw it into our polls one day. You never know. But for the time being, we are going to punch it. See ya!
Slash it.